Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I have some Arcane Mage gameplay for you guys. A lot of people have been asking, Xaryu, where's the mage? Where's the mage? Here's the mage, boys. Let's hop into it. In the Grand Arena, we are playing with Xaryu and Schwab, playing some Arcane Sub Rogue RM Priest with a Disc Priest, actually. And we are fighting Feral Druid, Marksmanship Hunter, and a Disc Priest. Gonna go over this and a Shadow Priest Boomkin game with you guys and kind of show you how we're getting our kills as Sub Rogue Arcane. So it's very similar, guys, to Sub Rogue and a Frost Mage as far as the setups. This first go, I don't even need help getting the sheep. I can mass invis and go for a free polymorph onto the priest, which I do right there. Starting the go off with a Mark of a Lunith. Unfortunately, the hunter gets a little bit too close and it does break the sheep. Get that Blood Elf Silence into the resheep. Hunter gets very low, is forced to use some defensive cooldowns. Roar of Sacrifice comes out, but now look, this is what you want to keep an eye on, guys, when it's in defensive phase. So when you're playing offense, you want to look at over here and getting that triple CC, getting the polymorph, maybe a fear, a stun. But when you're playing defense, now you're looking over here and you're looking at, okay, my rogue is feared, my priest is stunned, and I'm silenced. This is a good time to temp shield, right? This is a good time to try to mitigate damage, to line of sight, to play defensively. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm popping my temp shield, doing my best to stay in the line of sight of my healer now that he's out of CC. And if he does go into CC, that's when I start to line of sight the hunter, so I stop taking as much damage. Full blind comes out onto the priest, get kicked by the druid right there. Full stop after that full blind. Good damage actually here onto the druid, but we do decide to go onto the hunter. He does human trinket and get life grip back. Feral does pop Incarn. Once again, that was our offensive go. Now we're playing defensive, playing back near line of sight, staying in the barrier so I mitigate as much damage as possible. Keep in mind my positioning. I'm line of sighting the hunter. I'm not letting the hunter just free attack me in the middle of the map. I'm playing away from him. Right here, we get a nice kidney shot into a bomb on the Feral Druid. Priest, unfortunately, gets into the bomb to save him, gets that pain sup. If he didn't get that pain sup, I think he was actually going to die, so well played by the Priest. I Blood Elf Silence the Priest into a full polymorph. Feral Druid's still low, about 50% life, but the Hunter is also kind of getting low as well. I want to talk about this moment. My Priest is in the trap. I'm a line of sighting the hunter so he can't hit me very easily, and I have a displacement back towards my priest when the CC ends. So you might be like, oh, your priest is coming out of a trap, it's, you know, you're line of sighting, you're gonna die. But right as that CC ends, boom, come in line of sight of my priest, he gets that pain suppression on me, and I do get topped off without having to use that ice block cooldown. We go on the hunter, we do get his deterrence, we get that full fear on the priest. Not sure if we're gonna have any follow CC. Roar of Sac comes out on the Feral Druid, getting back up to about 4 stacks here, which is spamming Arcane Explosion. Big damage onto the Feral, trying to get some type of CC onto the priest, trying to cast polymorph and fake his death right here, but he's just not casting the Shadow Word Death, or that premonition, rather, getting that full polymorph landed onto the priest. My priest is in the CC as well, so I'm line of sighting, but I realize they want to go onto my rogue, so I can pop back out, maybe go for a polymorph, go for some peels, do get kicked. Getting kicked isn't the worst thing though, because I'm kicked and my priest is not kicked, which gets a kick out of the way. So going for a polymorph and getting kicked is okay there, because now my priest has to deal with one less kick, and he can top off my rogue quite nicely. We pretty much have one more good go here before we win this game. The priest has no pain suppression. Hunter has no turtle. If we get one more solid go, we could get this kill. Get a full polymorph out of that kidney shot onto the priest. Have cooldowns up here in about 1 second, trying to go for a resheep. Do get kicked on that resheep though. Frost Nova, and I do have to ice block right here. My priest is in that full trap still, so a little unfortunate, but I get a nice clean invis off. I have arcane power for our next go. Once we just do one more good setup, we should win the game, but they're playing well defensively, and it's hard to actually get that one setup where we get a sheep fear, maybe with a kidney shot, something like that. So the kidney shot comes out, huge damage onto the hunter. He does feign death. He doesn't actually die. Trying to get some type of follow CC. We get that kidney shot into the fear, into the full polymorph, and the hunter and the feral now both very low. Trying to maybe get a resheep here, going for the resheep, do manage to get that resheep, overlaps a little bit with that sap. Hunter's 5% life, 10% life, 2% life, and he does go down. Nice game there. What I really want you guys to focus on is the difference between that offensive and defensive gameplay. We kind of switch, your eyes kind of switch between looking at Gladius to looking at your party frames, depending on what state of the game you're in. Alright guys, once again here, we're in another match on the Grand Arena versus these same people, so I'm going to stress some of these same points so you guys can see it played out once again in a slightly different way, but, you know, very similar. Obviously, same team, same map. Full kidney shot comes out, double blink with mass invis to land that polymorph. We're opening up onto the hunter right now. We can definitely swap onto the feral here soon because the hunter does have that pet sack. The follow sheep does not land because I do get kicked in between. My priest goes into that full trap and I pop temp shield. So I guess temp shield timing is a big one too. Every time your priest gets CC'd, every time your priest calls for temp shield, or every time he can't heal you, that's when you want to temp shield, right? That's when you want to temp shield. You don't want to temp shield just to, you know, just to toss it out there. It's a very, very good defensive cooldown. Rogue gets life grip to the pillar. We're all kind of just line of sighting right here, doing our best to stay alive. Feral Druid pops Incarnation, so this is definitely time to peel, but Priest is off DR, so if we want to get a little counter pressure, we definitely can. Full blind comes out onto the Priest, kidney shot onto the Feral Druid. If we can follow that blind with some type of CC, it's really nice. Blood Elf Silence comes out into a half Blood Elf Silence, into the Fear, into the full polymorph, so this Priest hasn't moved in a long time. He is playing Relentless though, so he has no trinket available, but all of the CC is going to be a little bit shorter. Half Sheep now comes off onto the Priest, and the Feral does pop wall. Nice mind control there onto the Feral Druid, low HP. Kidney shot comes off to the Priest. Priest does human racial it, and it looks like I'm gonna have to ice block here. I actually hold my ice block, waiting for that temp shield to heal me back up, blink behind the pillar, and mass invisibility here for me and my Priest. So that was actually a really nice play. I had temp shield about to proc, and instead of just wasting that ice block, I waited a little bit longer, waited for that temp shield to proc, and then blinked out of line of sight once that stun ended. So pretty nice hold there on the ice block. Definitely, if I was a little more inexperienced, I could have just thrown the block out right there. But now Pain Step comes out because my Priest is in that bash into the trap, trying to maybe eat the trap here, but instead I'm just going to go over to line of sight, try to land that full polymorph off of the kidney shot. So here I'm kind of playing offense and defense at the same time. I'm going to rewind this because I think it's important. I have Pain Suppression. I'm trying to eat the trap, but at the same time, the Priest is kidney shot. We already used the Pain Suppression. I have 40% damage reduction. Might as well go for something on it. So with this, I'm trying to get the sheep. I didn't end up getting it, but just the point is, you have to kind of sometimes look at both offense and defense when you're dying, but at the same time, if you go, you win type of a thing, right? If you go, you're going to force their defensives, and once you commit a defensive like Pain Suppression, that's when you want to go back offensive, right? You don't want to just get Pain Supped and then keep playing defense. You want to you know, give them the Pain Sup, be like, okay, you guys got the Pain Sup, now it's our turn to get cooldowns, right? So they got the Pain Sup, and now we are going back offensive. My Rogue's in trouble. He does Smoke Bomb just to stay alive there. Throwing out the mass invisibility, going for sheeps all over the place to try and, you know, just keep my Rogue alive. Get a half sheep on the Priest. It's definitely pretty questionable. If I would have waited a couple more, like 5 more seconds, I would have been a full sheep. But we do actually manage to get the kill off of it, and I think that's why I wanted to do it. So just to rewind for a second, the full sheep was up in about 10, 9, 8 seconds, but the Feral Druid is low and he was off of stun DR. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go for a half sheep and we have a fear off of it. So I go for a half sheep into the fear, and I have all of my cooldowns available, so I can just definitely just blow up this Feral Druid, and it does pay off. So sometimes, I guess in that situation, a half sheep is okay. It's questionable, but it is it does work if you know, okay, oh, if I get the sheep, we're gonna win. Might as well just go for the win, right? Playing nice and safe here in the 2v3, and we do manage to win that match. Alright guys, here on Blade's Edge Arena, we're fighting a Shadow Priest, a Boomkin, and a Resto Shaman. Going to just kind of stress some of the same things, but it's different, right? Because here in this game, it's not just like, oh, my healer is trapped, let me line of sight, and then I'm fine. They have a lot more consistent pressure. They have a lot more pressure throughout the game, so it plays out a little bit differently, right? Full blind comes out onto the Shaman, tons of arcane missiles onto the Priest, and he is forcing dispersion right away. I get a sheep off of that blind with a little bit of delay, but the Priest is still low, 40-50% life, trying to get a re-polymorph. I do manage to get it, maybe going for one more polymorph, and the Priest does get mind control low HP, and he trinket swaps onto the Boomkin. Keep in mind right here, guys, the most important thing, Boomkin, 20% life, no trinket, comes off of stun DR in 2 seconds. So our go in this opener is actually a very, very long go. We don't have to just go and then, oh, we got some cooldowns, run away. We can kind of keep going, especially against a team like this that takes time to ramp up. While they're ramping up, we can continue to swap, continue to kill. So in my mind, right here in this match, in 2 seconds, let's just kidney bomb the Feral or kidney bomb the Boomkin and kill him. But it depends on our shield. So if the Druid has our shield, we would go and kidney bomb the Priest in 2 seconds and kill him. If the Priest has our shield, which the Priest probably will have our shield, we'll kidney bomb the balanced Druid and kill him. So either way, that's what we're looking out here for in this game. Once again, Shaman still on my focus, kidney shot onto the Shaman, and cheap shot into a bomb onto the Druid, and he just goes down. So we just had a kidney shot. I didn't even go for a sheep because I know with that bomb we had enough damage to kill during that kidney and that bomb. So that was pretty much it, and we kind of went off of Earth Shield. We weren't going to go on the guy with Earth Shield. We're going to go on the guy that doesn't have Earth Shield. All right, finally here, guys, on Ashmane Soul, we're fighting the same team again, keeping these same things in mind. Not all games are as clean as that last one, though. Getting that full sap. This time, since we did get the sap, guys, I can use my mass invisibility to guarantee the Mark of a Lunith. If we don't get the sap, I use my mass invisibility to guarantee the polymorph. So it just kind of depends on whether or not we get the sap. Getting a couple more arcane stacks here. We do get beamed there in the opener, which is a little unfortunate. Dispersion comes out from the priest, though. Full blind onto the shaman, continuing our go once again, just like last game. Incarnation coming out from the boomkin. I got Cyclone there. I should have kicked that Cyclone. Huge mistake by me. I ended up blocking it even, so very, very Mongo play. Get recycloned. Definitely not the greatest opener from me. Don't look at this game and be like, oh, I should just block the first CT that hits me. Definitely very bad. But I am stuck in place. It's like a character animation bug right now. If you go into ice block and cancel immediately, it actually just makes your character not have animations anymore. Blizzard, fix this. It's kind of annoying, but it's not the most important bug. It's what only happens when you block and cancel it instantly, I think. So it's not too big of a deal. But anyway, Shaman has no Trinket. Guys, remember, we're trying to prioritize the target without Earthshield, preferably without Trinket either, and going on him. So look at this setup, guys. Look at this setup. The Shaman had no Trinket, had no Earthshield. We fear the Boomkin, and we sheep the Priest. This was coordinated beforehand, right? I was like, I'll sheep Priest, you fear Boomkin, we Kenny Druid? Yes, okay, go, boom. Executed. Popping all of my cooldowns on to the Shaman, getting him nice and low HP. He does pop Wall. I'm not sure if he's going to die through it yet. Earth and Shield has Earth Shield, Earth and Shield, and Wall. Doesn't look like he's going to die quite yet, so I'm kind of running towards the pillar, but we did get Boomkin's Trinket there. And we did get Earth and Shield and Wall as well. So our next swap could be on to the Boomkin if he has no Trinket. The Priest actually Trinketed as well. Priest has Earth Shield, so now they all have no Trinkets. It's really like an open field. Whatever we want to do next does work. I want to rewind this as well. I had a Mind Bomb, right? The Mind Bomb was about to expire in 0 seconds right here. I'm on top of my Priest. Priest has no Dispel. I blink away so that the Mind Bomb doesn't hit my Priest. And then my Priest will maybe Dispel me if he has it up. He doesn't have a Dispel up, but then I come back. If I would have had that Mind Bomb hit my Priest, it would have really, really, really sucked, right? So we are blinking away to avoid that. Go out in the middle here. I know the Shaman has Shear available, right? Because I'm looking at kicks. He has Shear. I juke the Shear, land the full sheep onto the Shaman. Priest is feared, and we're going on to the Druid. The reason we're going on the Druid, guys, he has no Earth Shield, right? If he had Earth Shield, we would have gone the Priest here or the Shaman. We get that full sheep onto the Shaman, the fear onto the Priest, and the kidney bomb onto the Boomkin Druid. And this should pretty much spell at the end of the game. Priest master spells the polymorph, but it's just way too late because Feral Druid's in the corner of the map in a smoke bomb. So another nice game there, guys. I hope throughout these games you can kind of realize why I'm doing what I'm doing, and kind of the plays it takes to win games at this level, because I know that all of you guys with enough practice can really do this. It just takes an understanding and a lot of practice with the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed these matches. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. There it is. Guys, if you liked the video and you learned something, make sure to thumbs it up. If you didn't like the video, you can thumbs it down. That's okay too. Talk to me in the comments below about what you guys want to see for next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.